Okay, I'm outside this place on Melrose, and I just want to give you a vibe for the neighborhood. Um, so this is looking north. This is like if you look at Google Maps, there's like this little triangle here, and it's kind of funny. But looking north this way, a couple blocks up there is Boise Avenue, which is a fairly busy street, but you can't access it that direction. All those roads dead end. If I turn to the west, sorry, the sun is really bright. You can't see down there, but we're about 2 blocks away from Geckler, which is the main road that you'd use to access this neighborhood. I'm gonna try to get over here and block the sun a little. But you can see there's a bunch of little older houses here that were probably built like in the 40s and 50s, and a lot of them have been fixed up really nicely. So there's one that's kind of been done up cool, mid-century modern. The one next door looks like it's in good shape. There's a couple that maybe haven't been done up as nicely, but there's not really any houses in this neighborhood anymore that are still in rough shape. That's the place right there, but I also want to look down. So the road, it dead ends this way. So I'm looking east, and Timberline High School is just like around the corner over there, which is one of it's a pretty nice public high school here. And then right across from within 2 blocks, if you go right out through here, there's a Starbucks, there's coffee shops, there's restaurants over there, there's a couple bars, there's an Albertsons grocery store over there. So like everything you need is right here. And one other thing about this neighborhood that is pretty cool is that Boise State University is like a couple miles this way. So a lot of people that are students live in this area, and you can just jump on like bike paths from here and get to the university pretty quickly. But anyway, this is the house right here, and the layout is not obvious up front. So I just want to point some things out, but it's done up pretty nicely. It looks like the roof is almost new. It's got vinyl siding. But you enter, so I can only go through one unit. One of them is a long-term rental, one's a short-term rental. So the long-term rental is this one, or the short-term rental, sorry, is the one we're gonna go through. The doorway is right there. And then over on the side here, this is the long-term rental. And so apparently that's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. This one is also a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. This looks like it's probably like a partial garage conversion. I can't tell what's going on from the outside, so it's kind of tough to tell. But everything here has been pretty well modernized. It's got some vinyl siding. I believe this is vinyl. Yeah, so it's vinyl siding. So it's not original siding, but it's not brand new, but it looks like it's in good physical shape. You got these shutters here. There is some nice plantings around. It's pretty well kept. And then you probably see these trim pieces here. They look like downspouts. It's actually, those lead to heads because there's a couple mini splits in here. So you can see right here is the main unit for the mini splits. And then over here, you've got a compressor for an air conditioner. This is older. These mini splits are pretty new. So it's not totally obvious to me what is using central air and what is using the mini splits. There's kind of a couple things going on in the house, so I'll just show you as we're walking through. But there's a little gate that goes to the backyard right there, but we'll check out the backyard when we get around. So I'm gonna head into the house right here. So there's a little deck and sitting area up front. I'm guessing this probably was like the front of the garage at one time. But as you walk in, there's a little green door, and you're in the living room. And this is generally set up really nicely. It's an older house, so this is smaller. I would say this living room is probably 10 by 15 feet, something like that. So the living room, and I think the bedrooms too, it's red oak floors. They're original. They've probably been refinished sometime in the last 10 years or so. So they look like they're in pretty good shape. They're not perfect. It's not brand new. You probably can't tell, but there's a little less sheen right there. But they're in good shape. I mean, nothing needs to be done with those. So immediately to the right, there's like a little bench here for coats and shoes and that kind of stuff. Obviously, you've got your TV and a little shelf. And then over here up on the ceiling there, you can see that's the head for the mini split. And then immediately to the left, there's just a wall, and there's a little mirror set up there. So when I'm in here, I can go through that door, and the bedrooms and bathrooms are there. I can turn right and get into the kitchen over here. So I'm gonna start right here. So there's just a teeny little landing here, and you've got bathroom, bedroom, and then there's another bedroom around the corner there. So I'll start right here at the bathroom. The bathroom is generally nice. The finishes are nice. Paint's nice. Some of it's kind of basic, but I mean, for an Airbnb, it's perfectly fine. You can see it's white and bright and clean. This is definitely like a DIY tile job. You can see, I don't know how well it shows up on the video, but the grout lines are a little bit irregular. It's perfectly fine and functional. It just doesn't look beautiful. You can tell somebody it was an amateur job. You've got a little basic Home Depot vanity here, and you can see like they didn't cut the paint in all that well. I'm just pointing this out so you can see it. To me, none of this stuff feels like a big deal with the Airbnb. I just want to make sure that you see. The bathroom has these 12 by 24 inch ceramic tiles, and then the rest of this side of the house is all the oak floors. So bedroom number 1, just like for an older house, it's a little bedroom. This bedroom is probably 9 by 11 feet, I would say, but you've got all these built-ins in one side. This looks like it's a queen bed. It's probably a queen bed, and then you've got another head for the mini split system there. But also, the reason I said I was confused is there are vents in here too. So there's vents throughout the side of the house. There's mini splits, and then also there are these wall heaters. And so, I mean, there's definitely heating and cooling in here, but I'm not sure exactly why it's set up the way it's set up. So then across the hall, you've got bedroom number 2. This bedroom's a little bit bigger. It's probably 12 by 12 feet, but it's kind of the mirror image, more built-ins, little mirror overlooking the side of the house. And like, this is where the air conditioner is, just for your reference. And then they've got a little back wall there with some wallpaper and some trim. So design is really nice. Place feels cozy. Oh, and I missed coming through here. There's a little nook here with some built-ins as well. So just like a little linen storage. So heading back, obviously there's the door that we entered from, and then here's your kitchen. So kitchen has that same floor tile that we saw in the bathroom. And immediately to my left here, we've got just like a pantry cabinet. Obviously a fridge. Got an electric stove, and then your countertop. So it's definitely like an older home layout. Perfectly appropriate. It's clean. It's nice, but there's not much counter space. And then you can see you've just got your stove and refrigerator shoved together. But got a little tile backsplash here, and then the countertops are. This is just like a laminate. This is like Home Depot stock countertops, and then kind of a cool stainless steel sink. And then you can see they've got like a little teeny breakfast nook right there. So perfectly functioning kitchen, and the design is really nice. It's a good looking kitchen. So I'm gonna give you a look around the other way. So looking back into the living room there. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is where the original garage was, because I opened this door and I have to take a couple steps down, and they probably walled this off here to create the other unit next door. But if I turn immediately to the right here, you've got your utility room. And so there's a gas furnace in here. There is a gas tankless water heater, and there's a water filter here. I can't tell, there's an install sticker on the side of the water heater, but I can't read it from here. But I mean, it's a pretty new water heater. The furnace, there's no install sticker on this furnace. I'm gonna guess that furnace is like probably 15 years old or so. So anyhow, there you've got a little setup there with shelving and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna flip around here. So there's the kitchen again. If we look down this hallway, you can see they've got a laundry setup at the end of the hall. And then you've got your service panels for both sides. So there's separate meters for each unit. 201 here, and then 199 is over here. And then your laundry setup. This is like one of the teeniest laundry units I've ever seen, but I mean, it's perfectly fine for somebody staying for a couple days. Okay, so then there's another door right here that takes us out to the backyard. So there is a good sized patio. It's an older concrete pour, and so you can see there's some cracks and stuff. This joint here has definitely seen better days, but the concrete has some cracks in it, but it's a perfectly functional patio. There's that gate I pointed out before, but pretty good sized yard. There's a shed over in the corner, and there's a double gate there, but this house actually backs up to another street, and so that's not an alley, it's another street, but I'll go show you. And then this window here is part of the other unit. So anyhow, I'm just going to walk out here and show you that there's parking in the back, probably for that other unit. But if we go out this gate, you've got a driveway here, and we're on, this is Lexington. So if you look on the map, there's another street back here. So you can see it's nice and quiet back here as well. But I just want to give you a view back here. Actually, that right there would have been the original garage door. So probably was a double garage door right there, and they converted it. So I'm going to head back and just give you a look at the back of the house from this other angle. So there you have it. I mean, the Airbnb side, it's ready to go right now. So there you have it.